Again for another Sunday, fun day teaching. I am the hostess with the mostest, the High Priestess Phoenix. I am your spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, lightworker, starseed, earth angel, mystic, medium, psychic, witch, yogi, guru, evangelist, North American Sybil, messenger of God, child of God, the Lilith, reincarnated on resurrection. Oh, I had a card flip over. On Resurrection Sunday. What are we doing? Well, in order to keep up with me, you probably can't. You wanted to catch what I posted earlier, plus what's in my community page. And really, what happened to me is not even in any of that. I got fucking railroad, bro. I, got my head ran over by a reindeer, twice. Truthfully, yeah, bro. What happened? Nothing major. I just wasn't ready. I don't want to talk about it. I just got off the phone with my oldest daughter, and it was a real good heart-to-heart. And that was awesome. But I had a big blow-up with my youngest daughter earlier today that, just fucking destroyed my day. It destroyed my reality. And then when I talked to my oldest daughter, I realized what was happening, why it was so painful. Because the memories came out when I was talking to my oldest daughter, because at first she was like, yeah, Amelia's like this, and Amelia's like that. And I was like, hold the fuck up. In the middle of it, I snapped. And I'm like, don't act like you didn't do this to me too. And that Aaron didn't do this, and that you guys just don't do this, that everybody in my life doesn't do this, doesn't gaslight the shit out of me. Don't act like you didn't do this. And in essence, if you look back at everything that just happened, it was like it was made to happen just so I could have that conversation with her. Teenagers, bro. Teenagers. Do you remember being a teenager and fucking flipping out on your parents? I bet you don't remember what you said. Being the parent and going through 3 teenagers. I got 3. This is my 3rd one right behind it. Holy fuck, bro. Babies, you can make it through, bro. You'll cry with them. It'll be okay. Teenagers, bro. Whoa. Anyways, and it's this thing where, we've all done it to our parents. It's like, your best isn't good enough. And you're in this weak-ass place where it's like, what do you want me to do? And there's nothing you can do. You're talking to Charlie in the Chocolate Factory right now. It's like, fuck. So anyways, I had this moment with my teenager, and it brought up what had happened with my other kids. I worked really hard to give them a life that they rejected and ran away from, and then told everyone that I was a terrible mother and it wasn't good enough. And we had a heart-to-heart about it. And she had pointed out a lot of great things. She was like, and then with Aaron, Mom, you sent all that stuff and it was all brand new. You sent all his brand new stuff and all of this. She pointed it out. She remembered the good stuff. How hard I tried. It brought up a lot of shit. Like, I never want to have another kid. It brought up a lot of shit, bro. I don't even, I said mean things like, I don't even know why I have you. When you have kids, you try. You have a reason to try. They give you a purpose, and you have to change your life. You have to make different decisions. You have to do what's right. You have to sacrifice. And when this fucking small person is in your face telling you that everything you do is not good enough and that you're a shit person, you really just wish it all away. And that was the truth that happened with my other kids, bro. I wasn't good enough. And I remembered what happened with my daughter. It came out of nowhere. The memories came out of nowhere. What happened? You're not gonna like this story. I won tickets to Lollapalooza in Chicago. I lived in San Diego. I'm talking to my ex-husband, who's currently living in Pennsylvania, only a few hours away. Somehow, my mom has died, and I'm alone. Somehow, this seems like a great idea to use this opportunity to leave my life and, go with him. Long story short, the idea is I'm going to leave my house. We'll go and have this weekend, this all-paid weekend. He'll meet me in Chicago. We'll have this all-paid weekend. And then we'll go start a life. He has a trailer in Pennsylvania, and he's working for for a shelter, and he's doing good. He's got a house, and he's got a job, and he can take care of the family, and he's asking me to leave my house, and he'll come take care of us. But I don't know about my oldest kids. I don't really trust the situation. I'm going to do it, but I don't know. So I decide that I'm going to leave my daughter. My son's already in the system. I'm going to leave my daughter with their family in Mexico until I figure this out, till I get over there and I figure this out. So I abandon my daughter. I get over there and all hell breaks loose. And I barely make it out with my kids, and I make it back to California. And I'm hiding out in my brother's house. And all of a sudden, my daughter gets drove up there. The people she was staying in Mexico, but her dad started acting up. So one of his close friends, took in my daughter. And they started taking care of her. They put her in school, and they were getting her clothes, and they were really taking care of her. And so I'm not sure what happens, but this is how it comes out in the conversation. I was like, they blackmailed me, and I had no choice, and I didn't mean to put you in that position. So I had barely made it out of Pennsylvania after a couple months. I had left her during the summer. They picked her up. They started taking care of her. She had a good place. She was living in Spring Valley. She had good friends and everything. Over the weekend, they decided to drive her up to where I'm staying. It's outside of LA. And they show up at the house to bring her to me. And they send her in, and she, we visit for a little while. She doesn't know this is happening, and neither do I. She goes out, she comes back, and she has paperwork. They want me to sign over the rights to my daughter. And I tell them no, and they said if I don't sign over the rights, they're leaving her right here with nothing. Because everything that she does own, they've bought for her. I said, sign over the rights, or we're leaving her here. And I didn't, and they left her right there at my doorstep when I had nothing. It didn't go so well. She struggled, and all she wanted to do was go back home. I brought her to Colorado, and I got her settled as much as I could. Aaron gets out of juvenile hall, and I arrange with them. They transport him straight from the airport, everything. He has a transport to Colorado. He's coming to Colorado. We arrange it that he's coming to Colorado as they release him from Campo. And I bring him, and after not long, bro, a couple weeks, they've come up with a plan, bro, and they want out of my house. They're gonna run away to Mexico, and they're gonna do whatever it takes. They start running away. I start calling the police. The police find them, bring them back. They start doing all this shit. One time they actually get away, and then I never hear from them again. A couple weeks later, I get a call from the U.S. border that they were crossing the border. And at that time, I know they're back with their family, and that's it. They just left. Right? So, all of these memories come up while I'm having this conversation, telling her how I'm dealing with Amelia and how difficult it is. I remember what I did with them, and now I'm feeling, like, really down in it. And I have to talk to her, and I was like, wait a minute, dude, don't act like my daughter's a bad person, because you guys did this to me, too. You didn't think I was good enough either. And she, she apologizes, and she tells me she holds nothing against me, and that I'm a much better parent, and I would have whooped her ass back in those days. And I was like, I know, she asked for it, like you wouldn't believe. When the police showed up in Oklahoma, they literally told me I needed to whoop that girl's ass. When she smiled in their face and she did that shit to them, they wanted to whoop her ass themselves. They wanted to put her in a fucking home, dude. They wanted to fuck her up the way she acted with them. And so I'm telling my daughter about this, and she's like, she kind of takes my side. And in that moment, I realized, wait, you're not on my side, bro. Nobody's on my side. This is how everybody does me. You know what I mean? Down to Uncle Tony, down to your dad, down to her dad. You know what I mean? You want me to fucking leave? You want me to fucking leave? And then you get to the point of, get the fuck out of my face. Oh, yeah, make me leave, right? It's my fault. Okay, bye, guys. Your mom wants me to leave. Your mom wants me to leave. Make me look bad, right? Throw the fucking rock and then hide behind the tree and say that it was me. In essence, it's like, people want the old you, but what good is it? It didn't work either. You can't really figure out what's the right thing to do. It's like, if I do what you guys say, I'm gonna, you know what I mean? Like, that's it. At that moment, when she did this shit in Oklahoma, I'm sitting there with Mr. Plum crying my eyes out. He's been an educator his whole life. She just did a whole berserk. The police come, they tell me to whoop her fucking ass. And I'm like, he's telling me to put her in a home. I was like, if I listen to any of you guys, what kind of parent am I? And these are professionals. This is what the professionals say I need to do. This is professional advice. And then you gotta remember yourself as a teenager. How did I end up with even kids? You know what I did at 15? I fucking jumped out my back window, bro, and I ran away to Mexico. Got married and had kids. Fuck you, Mom. I'm never coming back home. It was nice to have a home, even if it wasn't a good home. And then you look at me, fucking 42 years old, fucking homeless. God wants me to have more. He said it's going to be a better experience. Oh, fuck me. Fuck me. I'm sitting here, my hands are literally in prayer, and my eyes are closed, and I'm just crying like, fuck me. Holidays are really hard around here. I don't know if you guys caught what happened on Thanksgiving. Christmas was horrible. I really hate Valentine's Day, too. You guys destroyed the meaning of fucking St. Patrick's Day. I like 4th of July, but that was made by the demons, so, that makes sense. Oh yeah, and then here comes Mother's Day and Father's Day right around the corner, right? Fucking gag me. That's what my daughter said to me. You know what she said as I was walking down the hall? She said, Mom, you're a new parent. Yeah? As my 24-year-old says that. And my 26-year-old telling me he don't want no money for his birthday. Like, fuck, am I ever gonna get this? I don't know, guys. In the sense of, regardless if it's my teenager or if you're dealing with somebody that's in their fucking feelings and they want to act all fucking, you know what I mean, wild with you and hurt your feelings and shit, how are you gonna cope with that shit? If you want to make it your own personal thing. If not, you probably just ultimately shouldn't be having sex because they'll end up as teenagers. Fuck me, God. No, man. Yeah? Oh, yeah. I'm tired. I wasn't really feeling that reading until after the fact, and then I'm like, yeah, I am all fucking mind fucked. I was pretty okay until that. I fucked up my whole vibe. Eight of Cups. Let's talk about this. That's our current energy. Did you like my story? Oh, I'm full of them. They're great. They're so fucking tragic. I'm so full of them. They just get better. That's why I don't like to look in the past. It's awful back there, bro. There's a lot of work to be done. But again, we had a conversation, and those memories came up, bro. I had that conversation we never had. We never talked about this shit. We need to talk about some shit real quick. And it was a good conversation. Because in the essence, it was all forgiving, compassion, and understanding. And as much as it felt fucked up because she's the daughter and I'm the mother, it felt good to just have someone understanding and nurturing on my side. Very much role reversal. Mary Jane got a bad hand, bro. She really did. Same thing happened when I got there. I didn't have a plan. I just had to get the fuck away. Christian was being crazy, bro. He was beating the shit out of me, and I just found out I was pregnant with CJ. And I just begged them to just get me a ticket. Me and my daughter a ticket. And I had a one-way ticket out of fucking Indiana. Again, flying out of Chicago. I don't like O'Hare. No, it was Midway. Anyways, I asked them, just give me a one-way ticket to California. So I go to show up at Devani's door. Devani's got an apartment. He's got both my kids. He knows I'm coming with my new kid. And he knows that I've been in a bad situation. I just need a place to stay till I figure out some shit. Well, yeah, you can come to my house because he all fucking loves me and shit. I show up. It's a whole fucking trap house, you guys. It's a whole fucking trap house, bro. It's so bad. I'm sitting there. As soon as I get there with my toddler. Amelia is, I don't know, she's like a year and a half, maybe a year old, and it's so gross, I don't want to put her down. So I keep her in her stroller, and I start cleaning his fucking house. I do this for about 2 hours, and then my kids get off of school, and they walk in, I gave them great big hugs and stuff. I think I made it through 2 days, dude. But when I went to sleep one night, I woke up, and Stymie was there, and they were having a whole shindig, bro. And I went crazy. If you don't get the fuck out of this house, my kids wake up in 2 hours, they got school, get the fuck out of here. I did that a lot, dude. I can see myself doing the same thing. That's what happened at Chris's house. That's how that all went down at Chris's house, too. I woke up and Chris has got all these fucking tweakers and shit, and I tell him I'm gonna call the fucking cops. They grab all the shit, including his car, and bail. He passes out drunk and it's over. Same thing, dude. So I tell him, if you don't get the fuck out of here, I'm calling the fucking police. The police show up, dude, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. And so I call, at this time, what I think is my only friend. I call Gabby. She's like, yeah, you can come over here. And at that moment, I'm with the police. My kids are in a trap house. I've got one. I have nowhere to go. I'm trying to, you know what I mean? My daughter wants to come with me. I can't force Aaron to come. The police won't make him. So I take Mary. Here I am again, homeless with kids, no way to take care of her. Nothing. I take her from her home where everything was good and try to give her a better thing, and it only makes it worse. She really got the fucking small fucking hand of the stick, but she's the strongest of the fucking pack, bro. She didn't deserve that, bro. Yeah, these memories are fucked up, bro. I lived a whole fucked up life. That's why I was so crazy, because it was just all, bro. If I could piece the days together, but you can't, because it's just like, No wonder I blacked out, bro. It was just like, oh man, one tragic thing after another. It all happened. I started putting together the timeline. It's in one video, bro. It happens the day that fucking Tree releases my song. And I can't take it. I'm seeing all these truths put together. Somehow I put together my whole life in periods. I realize why I took my kids back to their father to begin with. I realized I put all these time periods of just one tragedy after another, and I'm falling to the ground, bro. While I'm hiking, doing this hike, recording this whole hike. And then I realize, and then I get to the point of my mom, and I see, you know, where I was took into hotels and shit, and then I just drop to my knees. And I turn off the fucking video, and I turn on Instagram, and fucking Tree is sharing my brand new song. And I'm like so deep in fucking trauma right now. And I'm like trying to reach out to him, like, please take that down, bro. Take that down, bro. And he's not listening to me. And I'm like, no, you don't understand, bro. I don't. And like, it turns into, I have to turn off my feelings to everything that's just turned on. And now I'm directing at him. Like, take the fucking song down. And it becomes like all focus on him. But yeah, my life is just so fucking messy, bro. That's what makes me a professional at doing this. Because people that have been with me through both of my Instagrams and my YouTube have been watching me do this for years. Dig up really fucked up bones, bro, that hurt your skin. I think about it. I saw a vision of Marshall. You know what I mean? Wiping his tears, watching one of my videos. This shit is sad, bro. It's not. It's not something that people write in books, and it shouldn't be. And as I say that, you're like, fuck, where was God, bro? That's the mercy. He let me live it without feeling it. That was God. But now that I'm strong enough, I have to feel it. So that I can heal it. And you know, as I sat there and I walked through that conversation, that explains why I cried so hard in that bathroom after it was all done. I came in and she wasn't here, and I'm like, oh God, not again. And I just cried and cried and cried. I sat in the toilet and just cried. And to me, you know what I mean, I had every reason to cry, but after having the conversation and remembering, you know, reliving that this is the third time, I know I wasn't just crying for this time. I was crying for every time this has happened before this. And I talked about that in my earlier video, how something of this moment blows way out of proportion, but it really isn't about this moment. These moments are being replayed till you learn this lesson. And what's the lesson? Remember yourself as a teenager. They say you pay with your children. My brothers and sisters knew I ran away, but my mom didn't. I'm sure they told her. And then I came back as a mother. I was pregnant. I had my own house. I had my own husband. I had money. And I was gonna have my own family. I don't know. And then when I did bring her into my houses, when I would let people in my house, I treated them like garbage. I really did. It's like, dude, this is my house. You fucking respect my rules, dude. If you don't like it, get the fuck out. And that's what, you know what I mean? That's how all three of my kids said. When law enforcement got involved, all of them would always tell this. They all said the same thing. It's her rules or the highway. That's how it is in the house, is what they always said. But You know, as I was telling Mary Jane how I handled this one, it's like I broke all my own rules. I look like one of those fucking parents on the Maury Povich show. I don't know what to do. And then they come and pick up your teenager and take them to, you know, to an adult facility. And mine would be the one smiling in these bitches' faces that makes them want to punch the shit out of them, bro. Oh, shit, if she did that shit in public, bro. Holy shit. And you look at me and you're like, dude, you didn't do nothing? No. Why? God who gives me strength. He told me to run away. He told me to grab the dog, the boy, and leave the house. My training is to run, not to fight. Just run away from this. Turn a cheek. And that's what I did. Took the dog, my son, my purse, the phones, and sat in my car and watched The Age of Ultron. And I came back, and she was gone. I'm like, here we go again. And then I realized she had the other phone, and I tried to track it, but she turned the fucking location off. So I just started blowing it up. And then I sent an email to her, because I knew she had my email. The phones all have my email address on them, so that in the case of emergency, we can access each, you know what I mean? Just do that. Why? Because it's us. You know what I mean? They know how to get into passwords. They know how to do that if they needed to. That could come back to haunt me if I was, you know, in a place. I saw this funny video. Who was it? It was Derek. Derek said he saw a napkin with his credit card written down in his son's room. Oh, these bastard-ass kids. You want to have two more? No, I really don't. Please don't make me. Had some bad experiences. And that's why it's hard to fight through this. It's quiet. I got fucking towered hardcore, dude. Hardcore. Alright, upright meaning. Deep down you have changed and become dissatisfied with your life. Some soul searching has revealed you need to discover a deeper meaning to find yourself and become the person you want to be. This may be leaving behind the material security or an old relationship, things you previously desired but which no longer bring you fulfillment. This is a journey into the unknown and will take great courage. Can you hear how drained I am? You may even move to a new place or country. Like the Hermit card, this also means withdrawing from outer activity to seek greater awareness within. We're still on timeout. For how long? I don't know. Till we learn our lesson? Like, seriously? Seriously, on page 88? We're still on timeout, bro. Reverse meaning. You are refusing to walk away from a situation or a relationship that's not working. That could be you. In your heart, you know you need to act, but while part of you wants to explore new horizons, another part of you is afraid of doing so because of what you might lose or what people might say. That's the fight. It is time to face the truth. You are not happy or fulfilled, and you are suffering. That's the fight. Fuck.
Keep your hotspot on.
I don't know if it... Yeah. You need to devote some attention to your own needs, your own dreams, and your own happiness, not in a frivolous, superficial manner, but on a deep, spiritual level. Again, I'm supposed to sit on a timeout, especially on a moon day. What was I going to do? I mean, the kids are supposed to start school tomorrow, and I guess I always thought I was going to seize the day, but every Monday they got to remind me that it's the day off. And in this case, on a Sunday... Whatever. Spiritual work at hand. Oh yeah, there we go again with the fucking wands. You know, I'm really tired of this bullshit. Can we change it? Not really. I'm all not really. Why did I say that? Because you have to work through your fire before you can work. You know, the fire is... You have to put out the fire before you can work through your emotions about it. Do you know how your body works? How all of these things work together? I just saw you guys. Come here. Where'd you go? There you are. Kings also concern motivation. This one calls you to develop the fiery part of your nature. We read about this 3 times in a row. While someone else is thinking about it, you get the whole thing done, whatever it is. We're not supposed to be doing anything. This is so this is counterproductive. Maybe it's because we're on the reverse side. I'm not really... There's something else they put up on my face, too, before all this happened. What? Wolfman? They shoved him back in my face, too. What do you mean? I don't know. Can't tell you what it is, bro. Just another one of these fucking douchebags they want me to face. No offense, douchebag. What was it? Because I'm so condescending and so superior to you. In the sense of now with my new enlightenment, it's like I call you a total idiot all the time. I call everyone an idiot. They're just trying to make me see how mean I am to you. And that it's uncalled for. They've always done that since the beginning. They set you up for... I don't know why they did this. I do. That's the scary part. I very much do. You were the next level guy. So now I've gone through 2 levels of guys and they're trying to put me in front of you again. Why? Because of the level of healing it takes to face you. It's not really you, it's me. So that's why you're appearing in this as the King of Wands. I'm quiet because it's like I want to say you're not a twin flame. Not what these guys are. It's not the same. It's absolutely different. It's a higher level soulmate though. It's something else, or it's new. No, because they're showing me Persephone and Hades. No. But what is that about this? I'm not surrendering to you, dude. If all of my relationships are role reversal, then that's your job. I don't know, I'll figure it out. I've got, like, a lot on me if you're not paying attention. They're always trying to throw some man. Why? Because the men reflect back to me. Why? Because it's my divine masculine that I'm always working through. There's really nothing wrong with my divine feminine. I mean, it's feelings. It's the divine masculine, the ego, that won't let the feelings flow freely. And I said it quite simply there. I'm not surrendering to you. I'm always mean to you. It's not you, though, and you didn't ask for it, but it's just me. I guess it's just, my awesome characteristics towards, self-sabotage and shit. Because you'll see it in the patterns and over the years. I really like a guy, and then I turn super sour on him and do some really mean shit to push him far, far away. Do I regret it later? Somewhat. I don't know. You could say I regret what happened with Bobby, but I can't. I can't really regret it. What happened with Russ? Why? You know what I mean? I push them away. Like, I see this girl fighting a guy, crying, fighting him, and she won't, and she's pushing and hitting him, but he just pulls her closer and hugs her until she stops. And that's your answer. That's what it takes. I'm gonna keep fighting till my last breath. And what am I fighting? It's darkness inside. Same as you. You can't help me. You don't even know what it is until I can put it into words and tell you what it is. Like I just did. You couldn't possibly have known that I was dealing with all of that in a matter of an hour. that my whole life came back to haunt me and destroyed me in an hour. But at least I can overtake it in an hour and not let it destroy my whole life. But in essence, you think about these moments that happen. I told you about how many different moments spread out and how many different, decades of my life that came to play in this time. And that's what I mean is, your demons come out to play. Your repressed memories and emotions are about to come up. Why? Because today's the day you're in the light. Why today, God? Because I needed you at your strongest before you were about to fight one of your biggest battles. Which is what? Me. I didn't fight my kids. I fought me. But I could have took it out on my kids, but I didn't. I let my kids fight me. And I didn't have to stand up to my kids. Not like that. And that's really, because in essence, I saw myself in those fights. I forgive my kids for what they do. And I hope my mom forgave me. That's it. I'm just like quiet. It's like, this is what I do. It's been a long time since I did this. When you really just like, some of them are worse than others. Some of them you can blow through them. Some of them are really, these are buried real deep. And I didn't remember it. Never thought about it. What happened? What happened, bro? Remember what happened. I never remembered what happened. They brought her up to visit me. I was homeless, bro. I just fucking escaped with my kids from fucking the East Coast. I had nothing. And they dropped me. They blackmailed me, bro. If I didn't fucking sign her over, they were gonna, you know what I mean? They knew what they were gonna do. They had it all planned. She didn't know, and I didn't know. And they left her on my doorstep like that. And I was the bad parent. I fucked it all up for her. She didn't know, and I couldn't even remember. I remember feeling the judgment that it was all my fault, but I don't remember why it was my fault. How she lost her good, her good life over at their house. What I did. And that's what happened. And when it came down to it, it was financial. They couldn't get her, They couldn't get any kind of welfare for her or any kind of anything for her because they didn't have rights to her. They didn't have any kind of, And that's what it is. And did they ask her father to do it before they brought her to me? And did he do it? Or he refused as well? That's the question. That's the big question. How do we know? He's dead now. He's dead now. Leave that to my daughter to wonder as they're best friends on Facebook and shit. Go have that conversation with them. Did your dad sign over the fucking rights? Interesting, huh? I know. Crazy, right? When I started fighting with my baby daddy in the very beginning, my daughter was maybe 6 months, 9 months. The first one that happened, I lived in the Thistle Sage Apartments right there on on Washington and 120th. It was my first apartment. It was really cool. And I got a job and everything, and it was our first fucking domestic violence. And his mom is sending me text messages, bro. And she's literally offering me $25,000 to sign over the rights of my daughter. Because this is the beginning of what turns into years and years of fights where they're trying to take my kids from me. But she's like, you guys don't have to fight like this, and then, you don't have to go through this, and I'm in a good position, and I can help during this time, and this and that, and that, and this, and this, and that. And, shit like that. Like, people have always been trying to take my kids from me. And my kids, and this has been a battle my whole fucking life, bro. I'm so fucking serious. I saw something the other day. Post Malone had filed for custody 2 days before his ex. First off, I didn't even know you guys broke up. And immediately when you break up, you gotta file over who gets the kids. Here comes the fight. Will the courts give it to him just because he's rich and famous? Will they give it to her just because she's the mother? You know what I mean? Why has this got to happen all the time? Right? When my ex-husband kidnapped my daughter, I couldn't do anything about it because we had no established custody. So the first thing I had to do was go and request custody. Okay, because of the severity of the case, this is why I got so excelled. Because I had just gave birth to my son. He did the kidnapping and abandoned us as the breadwinner. My son was in the NICU in the hospital when he kidnapped my daughter. So when I went to a file for, custody, it was an emergency order because of this, right? So they granted me temporary emergency custody, and that allowed for the child protective recovery unit to come in, right? And so now I have custody, and they're calling him and they're telling him that he has to, bring the child back. And I only have temporary custody, only until this court date. Now at court, we got to go down. It's got to go down, bro. I've got to face the judge and say, I want my kids. But he's the one that had the job. I had no job. He was the breadwinner of my house. He just took off. He's already reestablished, dude. He's got a new job. He's got a new house. His family's taking care of him. And he's got my daughter. And now we're going to go to court. And he's going to tell the court that it's literally what he tells the court, is that he's more established with a stronger support system. I have teenagers that I'm already struggling to take care of, and he can provide a better lifestyle for my children. My brand new baby, which is literally 3 months at this time, that he's never even met, that he abandoned in the hospital, and my daughter. He's telling the courts this to their face after he was forced by the child abduction unit to bring the child back. He's telling them that he has all the support, his family has all of this, and he wants the children full-time, and I can have them during holidays and summer breaks. I have nothing to stand on. I don't have a job. He's right. I have 2 older children. He's abandoned me. He's left me. I don't really know how I'm going to take care of them. But please don't take my children, is how I'm standing there like, fuck. That was just, dude, the beat goes on. Trust me. It didn't stop there. They gave me full custody. They take everything away from this guy, but I don't enforce it. And that's my biggest mistake. I've been doing this forever. So then what happens last summer when he asked if I'll bring the kids over to his dad's house for his birthday, and I ask the kids and they say no. He tells me he's going to court. He knows where I live. Tell the kids I have a room ready for them. I've been doing this my whole life, guys. And I have had no reason to win, but God. I can't tell you how many times a social worker has come to my house and to investigate whether or not I was a good enough parent. I can only tell you like 5, but I know there was more than that. All I ever was trying to do was be a good enough parent, with the whole world telling me I wasn't and trying to take my kids away from me. Even till they get to the age where they say I'm not good enough and want to run away from me. It's not a really great feeling, bro. I haven't had, so when I sit there and I tell this man I want to marry him and have children, he's like, what? I was like, I never wanted to do this. I came from a place like Marshall Mathers where I would never, ever love another. All I wanted was my kids to grow up and me to have my freedoms that I never, ever had. That's it. Not me and some man run away. Me. I could be free. I won't have to be someone's mom. I could just make music and travel and explore life. And then God comes in and makes this huge story about twin flames and falling in love and having children. But you're going to have to do a lot of work. If you ask me why I started it, it was that. I mean, it was my music career. I realized I was sick and I had to fix this before they put me on stage, before I became famous. But mostly it was that I wanted to fall in love. I wanted to have a happy family. But everything that had ever happened to me made it impossible for me to get close to someone, as it still does. I've done a lot of work, but there's still so much. It's like, what if I'll never be able to be ready? Why? That would be my karma from past lives. How do you get out of your hell? You overcome it. Or you just live in it for the rest of eternity. This will be your story if you don't change the story. And I look to Marshall in that sense. It's like, I don't want my story to end like that with that person. I don't want it to end. I don't want to give up on myself. But it's a lot of work to heal myself. It has nothing to do with these men, really. And that's me. In a relationship, I'm fun and exciting to be with. I like a strong partner and will soon resent anyone that's clingy or restrictive. If I'm forced to live a dull life, I will quickly become bored and depressed. I mean, I don't know. What's the outcome? Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups. All you need is love. That's the whole point of this one. Yeah, I went to the Four of Cups. Discontent. Yeah, I'm okay. It's just when you're in it, bro, you're in it, bro. You're like, I just got shot down, bro. Like, I'll be okay, but, like, my arm hurts. My body hurts. Like, I hurt. I'm gonna cry. I just got shot. Someone please call 911. Tell them I just got shot down. That's why I'm a master at this shit. Like, damn, you could just deal with feelings like that. Yeah, bro. I mean, they hurt. It's harsh. That's my life. It's not just a story. Hey, shut your fucking face. Alright, upright meaning. This card is about pure love. When it appears, it brings an opportunity for deep emotional and spiritual fulfillment. You are surrounded by love, but like water, love is an emotion that flows and it can be blocked by negative feelings. You must open yourself to the power of love by forgiving and letting go of past hurts, allowing fear, grief, sadness, and hatred to trickle away from your heart, and love, healing, abundance, and spiritual connection will pour in. And that's it. You got to let the darkness out. You have to give your pain a voice. Meaning, I'm crying, but I don't know exactly why I'm crying so hard, and then you realize that this is a story never told from a long time ago. That's just me. I feel like a lot of you have a lot of scary things. I've seen it happen, bro. I'm seeing Amanda. She woke up, dude, and she had seen something. She had seen a memory from childhood. And she knew something was wrong in that memory. She just never thought about that memory. But it was in there. And it came up, and it was dark and dingy. The power of the Ace of Cups will bring healing of the body, mind, and spirit, deepening your connection with the divine and plentiful flow of life. Whenever the Ace of Cups manifests, it brings love. A new loving relationship may develop, or an existing partnership might move to a new level of sharing and understanding. Shut up, bro. It's not you, it's me. It's just how I talk. I'm not fully rejecting you, I'm just fucking rejecting the challenge. It's just a challenge. But I do this often. Bobby was right to say that. I don't want to be caught up like the rest of these men in your wake. I know what I did. I'm fully aware of it. I know what I'm doing, but it doesn't mean I can fully stop it, or even be consciously aware of where it comes from. It's the last thing I told Marshall over Christmas break. I know that I'm fucking going through a pattern with you. I just don't know how to break it. But the pattern with him is the pattern with everyone. And that's what it is. It's like the closer you get to me, the further I'll push. I work so hard to get close to you, only to push you so far away. What happened to me and Russ? I pushed him real hard. I pushed him off the fucking, both of us. We pushed each other off the edge. You could say he pushed me first, but that's not true. I pushed him first. What happened? I snapped over a song. I snapped hard. I tried to pull it back and act like it didn't bother me, but it did. I snapped. He hit a fucking nerve so hard, dude. But he continued to do it. What did he do? He took my words and he put it in the song. He made it too personal and it hurt. Then he continued to do it with every song. I'm just quiet. I'm watching how it happened. I can't fully see it, but I can see that it happened after that song. And I kept trying to come close to him, but then I'd push him away. And that's all of them. They know I do this. They're not getting close because they know I'm just going to end up pushing them away. I'm aware of it, but I can't stop it. It's not that I want it to do it, but it's a self-protecting mechanism that goes off. You're getting too close, and I'm going to get hurt, so I do this. They showed me that I did it to Wolfman, but not because he was close, but because I was getting too excited. I look for reasons to run away. It's like, do you know what you're doing? No, you just live. That's it. It's like there's so many times that I'm like, Russ is purposely doing this, but he is like literally oblivious to what he is doing and how hurtful it is to me. And most people are. They don't realize that what they're doing and saying is hurting you so badly because you've never spoke of it. When I really faced Russ over Fenty Bucket, he gave it a rest for a minute. He stopped. When I finally gave in, it was like, your words are fucking killing me, bro. They hurt. For a minute, as I said. He stopped for a minute. But then what? He didn't know how to proceed. He's been doing the same thing forever. Might as well just keep doing the same thing. At least there's something. Might as well do this if there's nothing else to do. Like a whole lot of conversations happening in my head right now. In the sense of I didn't wear them after that. It's kind of a funny thing. It's because like I rejected the words and said that they were for someone else and that they were this and that. But then finally it was like, you know, you're wearing those words, not me. Alright, a new love relationship may develop or an existing partnership might move to another level of sharing and understanding. There may be celebrations for marriage, engagements, pregnancies, or births. All sounds terrifying in this current dark place that I'm in. You could find work that fulfills you on many levels. Reverse. Ace of Cups reverse indicates emotional disappointment and sadness. This could be a relationship breakup. Do you hear how loud that is? Do you know how obnoxious that is right now? To be relationship breakups, infertility, a miscarriage, or depression. This may be this has made you close your heart or close your soul to the flow of life, leaving you feeling empty and unloved. You may feel I can't think. You may even feel as though your faith has let you down and your spiritual connection is lost. Remember that the Grail is always present, always available, and you can choose whether to accept or reject it. I don't know. I reject. No, just kidding. I turn it off all the time. I'm showing you how you do it too. You could judge me if you want, but I'm like a walking example of feelings. You know, as the divine feminine, I'm supposed to show your feelings and how raw and real they are. And I'm here to show you how you do the same thing. You just turn them off. We turn them off. Again, that's my divine masculine that you're seeing at work that does such things. It doesn't have to do with anything about me being a feminine or, being a woman or a man. It's how we work with our divine masculine energy and our feminine energy. How we're always using our divine masculine energy to overpower not only our own feminine energy, but others. Meaning to overpower our feelings and others. I'm like sitting here like, how did you dig me into a fucking love hole when I was just digging with my, just ripping off scabs of my children? How did you do two at once? Kill two birds with one stone is what I heard. I need another card. Earth, the final frontier. It's in the pink purse. Be grounded, logical, less emotional. Here we go again. Don't be doing outwards action. Put your fucking divine masculine down. Deal with your feelings. Temperance between those. You can't stay in your feelings too long because you can get all consumed by them. Meaning what? Haven't you seen people go into mad places of depression, anxiety? They start losing control. You have to go into your feelings, but you have to be able to pull yourself out of them. You have to be able to move through the dark and the light. It's very difficult. It takes a lot of training. It takes a lot of practice to get yourself up out of them, to turn it off. But you have to, when they turn on, you have to let them flow. You can't always have them turned off. And it's not necessarily turning them off, but at least redirecting them. Like when you're angry, you redirect that into some kind of creativity, some kind of cleaning. You know what I mean? Fix your car, mow the lawn, something, write a song. Stuff like that. It's redirection of your feelings. It's still having those feelings, but knowing how to redirect them. So if you're sad, the best thing to do with those kind of feelings is self-love. Care for yourself. Take good baths, take good naps, eat good food. But you can't do that all the time, is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? You've got to father yourself through that too. Mother yourself, but at some point, dad's got to come in and you got to get up and go to school and you got to, get up. That's that temperance of it. You can't be all the way logical. And that's where the strength is like the battle of the mind and the heart. You know what I mean? At this point, what's wrong? My mind is what's weak. It brings up all these bad memories and it tells me that I'm weak. You know what I mean? In that moment when all this is happening, what is it telling me? That I'm a bad mother? And look at all the times that you were a bad mother. And I'm trying to look back and tell myself that I was strong and that was you know what I mean? I've got to fight these bad feelings that come with bad thoughts. I'm going to end on this card. God who gives us strength. Hey, there's my feather. I was wondering where that was. I hear like another one? Yeah, I don't know. What's this one? I don't know. It's got the heart on it though. It's that really pretty one. See it? Isn't that pretty? I have feathers everywhere. Total freak. I'll get another one tomorrow. Temperance? No, strength. This card is about inner strength. It shows a young girl dressed in white, symbolizes purity and higher spiritual awareness. The three beasts represent physical prowess, passion, sexual energy, and animal instinct. She does not have but works in union with them. Inner strength can only be achieved through understanding and accepting your wild nature, bringing it into the conscious and using its powerful aspects while taming its negative qualities so that you are not driven by destructive impulses, fears, and passions. Peace, inner strength, and happiness can only come from within. They do not depend on external circumstances, wealth, or a perfect body. Can I say that again? Nothing outside is going to bring you happiness or joy. That comes from inside. Your body will age and grow ill and die. Your spirit will not. You will always be a conscious part of you that will not be, that is not old, not ill, and not progressing towards death. The appearance of this card in a reading cautions you to be aware of your instinctive reactions to a situation. Now is not the time to act in anger. You will regret it. Don't doubt yourself. Draw on deep strength that lies within you to keep going and see the task through till its end successfully. Results may not be immediate, but the situation will improve, and eventually you will be rewarded for your efforts. Reversed. Aggression comes from a place of fear and a polar opposite of strength. The reverse card indicates that you're giving in to an instinctive and perhaps extreme reactions. You must gain control over these impulses. Reconnect with your inner strength and avoid lashing out at others in any way that you will come to regret. Did I master it? No. I said some hurtful things. In that sentence, it's like you weren't Jesus-like. No. Can't be perfectly like Jesus. I did the best I could with what I had, but I still opened my mouth, and I still said mean things. And as much as I want to hate myself, I've got to see the growth that, and that's exactly what Mary Jane said. It's like, you would have whooped our ass. I guess I would have. I really felt it, but I didn't. But I still said some mean things. So I didn't do it perfect. But in the essence, it's like if somebody was watching this, you would say I still did it all wrong. That's that knowing, bro, that keeps you locked out of heaven. We swear we know what's right and wrong. It's like, do I get on my knees and ask for forgiveness to God because I got this all wrong? Or do I sit here and let Him show me how I got things right and I could get this and I could be better? Is this the end of these kind of fights with my teenage daughter? I doubt it. Will I have more? I've got another teenager right behind her. CJ! Watch this. CJ!
What?
Chill! That's all he says to me all the time. Chill, Mom. When I'm just chilling next to him. I don't know, bro. That's what my daughter said. She's like, take it easy on yourself. You're a new mother. I feel like I should know how to do this by now, right? I don't know, bro. In the essence, it's like they're facing the same shit that my other kids had to face with me. We're reliving some shit, but not because... literally, it's like God made me... Oh, fuck. As I say that, it's like, like, poor Mary Jane, but it's like, a million CJ didn't ask for this either, dude. They got a really fucked up hand in this. And it's like, fuck, man. Why did I drag kids into this? I didn't give up on them. I fought. I always fight for them. Never just give up on them. I never did that. And that's what my other kids thought. They thought I just gave up and abandoned them. It's like, dude, I didn't have what it took. I'm still trying to be what it takes. And then that was that thing that Bobby said to me. It's like, you want to have a newborn in your current situation? No, bro, you're right. I don't even want to have sex. I'm not even ready for a man. You're right. You are so right. You know, when I think about these twin flames and all these fucking love readings and all these people, you guys fucking swear you're ready for somebody. You're ready for that next level of commitment. You're ready to do this. What the fuck are we thinking? God says we're ready when we're ready, but I don't know if we're ready for this bullshit. He wants me to do this again, bro. He wants me to go against everything I believed, everything I thought, everything I dreamed, and dream another dream. And believe it with all my heart, which I do all the time. But damn, is it a fight. People don't come back from where I've been. And they don't come back nice, ready to do it again. People don't recover from the shit I've been through, bro. You could say just the mental illness alone, but this shit that causes that kind of mental illness, they don't come back from. People don't recover from that kind of pain and suffering. They can't put the mind back together after it's, that the world has done that to a mind. So I have to take time to be, patient with myself, because I have, I'm literally putting myself back together piece by piece as I find the pieces. I put them, I pick them up and brush them off and, wear them and put them on. But, that's also what makes me so perfect to be your teacher. It's not somebody that does this shit. People don't do this shit. I don't even think that psychologists know how to do this type of work. How to get into someone's mind like this. That's what we do. We use fucking tarot cards. Isn't that weird? It's so weird. As I was watching Avengers, none of this makes sense. He's all, the town is flying. I'm fighting robots with a fucking bow and arrow. None of this makes sense. None of this makes sense. None of this makes sense. Make it make sense. It doesn't make sense. All I need to know is who's coming with me. How'd you get locked in here? I tried to start a revolution. Didn't pass out enough flyers. The only people that came was my mom and her boyfriend, and I hate that guy. It's from Thor. I like the Marvel movies. They bring me joy. Superheroes bring me joy. I'm out here running my cape and shit. Alright, well, yeah, there's a story for you. Here's a story of a lovely lady. Like, no, that bitch is dead, bro. Fuck that bitch. She had a fucked up ass life. God, Lisa's life sucked. Every time I gotta deal with Lisa's memories. Fucking shit. Anyways, I just woke up like this, dude. I woke up in this body, bro. With all these memories, all these pains, all these responsibilities, 4 kids. Broken everything, dude. Broken from the inside out. Trying to figure it all out. Redo it and do it better and not do what I did before. Don't be judging people, bro, because you don't even know. People didn't even know that I was all fucked up like that. You don't know how bad a person's hurting. Nobody knew. Nobody knows until you speak of it. And only then can they treat you with kindness and have some compassion. You want people to be nice to you, but they don't have a reason. They don't know that you need niceness, that you need it, that you need someone to be nice to you because the world has been so cruel to you. So let me be your example to be nice to somebody, bro, because you really don't know how bad they're hurting. Nobody knew, bro. Nobody knew my whole life that all these kind of fucked up shit was happening to me my whole life. There's not There's not a memory I can pull out of my life that isn't tragic, bro. Not a year, a decade, a time that it's not terrible and painful. And I walked through my life that whole way, like 39 years of just tragedy. My brother said it too. He's like, dude, you don't even have drama. You have fucking tragedy every day of your life. Yeah, but look at me. I'm a fucking warrior. I can overcome this shit. And I've been overcoming tragedies my whole life. You know what I mean? Hell, I know nothing. Darkness. I was born of darkness. Literally, I just woke up in the fucking dark. I didn't see the daylight till I was already a grown woman at the age of 39. And by then, it was nothing but blinding. True story. Be kind to people, okay? Because you don't know what kind of people you're dealing with. Truthfully. Hey, love yous, laters. And, yeah. Don't feel sorry for me. I mean, if it makes you shed a tear, then that's okay too. But hopefully, it'll make you shed a tear for yourself. I'm not looking for sympathy. I'm looking for kindness. That's all. Just kindness. Okay? Love yous, laters. Bye.